So close all the web forms. Who's that?
Yeah.
Okay. And just go select your audio option, computer audio. Close all the things. Where is the go to meeting? Close all these things.
This also.
Yeah. Click the flower.
Which one?
Go to meeting. Close this web also. Oracle.com. Okay. See, there is a yellow flower right in the taskbar.
Yeah.
Yellow flower. Okay. Where is the go to meeting? I think yeah, it's recording the session.
Yeah, it's recording. But where is the screen?
Just right click on the yellow flower. Go to meeting. Select the go to meeting.
Nothing.
Anyway, I'll tell you. Wait, it's recording the session. That's fine. Okay. So after closing the meeting, it will be, it will be in the C drive in my documents. Anyway, I'll show you the path, how to find the recording. That's okay, fine. Okay. So first of all, I'll do one thing. In the system, I'll do, I'll define one customized responsibility. Okay, and I'll assign to one user. So with that customized responsibility, we'll do each and everything in the GL. Okay. So tell me, if you want to define your own responsibility for any module, so which module I have to select here?
Sysadmin.
System admin. Shweta. Shweta,
Yeah,
is there?
sysadmin. Yeah.
Yeah, fine. So system administrator, I'm going with that. So go with the security navigation responsibility and define here. So I'm defining one customized responsibility. Okay.
Okay.
Shweta GL for the application general ledger. So now tell me, can anyone know about this responsibility? What is the responsibility and what is the meaning of this responsibility?
GL super user is like you have the access to almost everything, all the setups and everything.
So what is the use of menu? What is the use of data group? What is the use of request group? Because these are not, these are not belongs to our as a financial consultant. Like no need to know all these things, but just for knowledge purpose, I'm sharing with you. What is the responsibility? What are all the components? What is the meaning of each component? So menu GL underscore super user, it's a predefined menu which is given by Oracle company. Okay, if you use that menu for your customized responsibility, you will get all the forms. That is only just to get all the forms and functionality of the form.
Right.
And what about data group? Data group, that is only just to provide integration between your modules, just for integration purpose.
Okay.
Okay. And see, in that I use the standard data group because it contains all the modules in that standard data group. And in real time, if you want to define your own data group and if you want to mention your own module also, you can mention in the data group.
Okay.
Okay. And coming to the third one, the request group. So GL concurrent program group. Again, it's a predefined request group which contains all the concurrent reports, programs with respect to your module. Menu, data group and request group. Menu to get all the forms, request group to get all the reports, and data group to provide your integration, to provide the integration between your modules.
Okay.
Actually, these responsibilities, will define by technical persons in real time. Admins are technical. Okay. Go with the users. I'm accessing that. So user, password you have entered there only 2 times. That should be minimum 6. And what is your responsibility?
GL superuser. Oh,
Shweta G.
okay.
And I'm assigning system admin also. System administrator. We need to go with administrator. Okay. So save it. So now I'm going with the Shweta user. I don't want to use the operations user. Okay. Goes all the pages. Log out from operations. Password. Say login. And you know that right? For the first time it is asking to change your password. What is your current password? 10456 and new password 123456. Retype it and say submit. Okay, so now Shweta can access all these 2 modules. Admin module and GL module. Is it okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so now we are starting the general ledger.
So basically you're starting with the setups, right?
Setup configurations. Okay. Yeah. So first of all, tell me, let me tell you. So something about general ledger theoretical information. Just read the theory. So this is a notepad. Actually it was notes. Daily. I'm showing you all the things to students in the session or regular sessions only. Briefly, I'll explain about each and everything. So go with the theory. General ledger. What is general ledger? Oracle general ledger is a comprehensive financial management solutions that facilitates some tasks. What are the tasks? What are the advantages of the general ledger? And before that, what is general ledger? See here, it is a central repository which is used to maintain all the journal entries. Journal entries is nothing but debits and credits, or we can say it's accounting entries from all the sub ledgers, sub modules.
Yeah.
Okay. So general ledger is a book. Ledger is a book where we can maintain all the journals. Okay. And what we can do from that general ledger? What are the tasks and what are the advantages? What is the first one we can do? Financial control. So tell me, how can you do the financial control? What is financial control?
Knowing how much you're spending and how much you're getting.
Exactly. So by generating all the balance sheets or any other report, so definitely can able to know about the expenditures and revenues of the company. Yeah. Okay. So based on that, you can do the controlling of your commercials, of course.
Yeah.
And what is the second point? You can do the data collection. Data collection in the sense, getting the data from other things, getting the data from legacy systems. Of course, it supports. And third one, we can get the information access from other modules. Got it? See, if you are dumping, if you are importing the general ledger from AP module to GL or AR module to general ledger, that is getting the information, right? That's a one type of information from other modules.
Yeah.
And what about fourth one? We can do the financial reporting and analysis to get the decision, to take the decisions. So these type of tasks we can perform from the general ledger. And what are the advantages of the general ledger? So with the data, we can analyze, we can analyze the data, we can record the data, we can manipulate the data, and we can able to review that. So these are the just basic advantages of the general ledger. Okay. So definitely they'll ask you, sometimes, what are the advantages, what are the uses of the general ledger? So these are the 4 things you have to say.
Okay.
Okay. And you have to say, these things, how to analyze the data, how to record the data manually or automatically. There are 2 things. Recording of data is the 2 things. One is a manual and one is a automatic. And how you manipulate the data, that depends on your transaction. And how you review the data. Okay, these are the things we have to do in the GL. Okay, and simply we can say So these are the subledgers to the general ledger as per our financial content. Okay, these are the subledgers to the general ledger.
General ledger.
So against P2P, PO and AP will come, and against order to cash, order management AR will come, and directly assets and cash management directly, it goes to GL.
GL.
And see this process of the general ledger. See, if you want to implement the general ledger module to any client, okay, so these are the 6 steps we have to follow. If you want to work with the general ledger, if you want to implement the general ledger manually to the client, these are the 6 following steps we need to do that. What are the steps? First one, implementation phase. So here, just briefly implementation in the sense, here I mentioned configurations and setups. And coming to the second one, transaction process. And third one, intercompany activities. Fourth one, consolidations and incrementals. Reporting and analysis, and sixth one, finally, closing of the periods.
Yeah.
Okay. Configurations and setups, first one. So these are the 6 processing steps of general ledger. Definitely they'll ask you at the time of interview what are the 6 processing steps of general ledger to implement the module.
Okay.
These are okay. And first I'm going to discuss about configurations. First one, mandatory configurations of general ledger under implementation phase. Okay. I told you right, in the 11A version, what is the name of your book?
Set of
Setup book. So in that setup book, there are 3 C's. What are the 3 C's? It's a combination of 3 components. Currency is one of the component, calendar is one of the component, and chart of account is one of the component. See, if you want to set up a setup book in the 11A version, so initially we need to discuss about all these 3 components, and we have to configure these 3 components. So without having these 3 components, you can't set up a setup book.
General.
In the 11A version, not in the R12.
Okay.
So coming to the R12 version, so one more C was added. Totally, what are the 4 components of the ledger? Currency is one of the component, calendar, chart of account, and convention method, subledger accounting method. It was added in the R12 version, not in the 11A version.
Okay.
Okay, these are the 4 C's. Currency, calendar, chart of account, and convention method.
Okay.
And coming to the mandatory configurations of general ledger. So totally, we have 8. So especially if they want to ask about components of the GL, these are the 4 components. Of course, these are the configurations only. And apart from that, totally how many configurations are there in the GL? If you want to work with that, totally 8. Okay, so why I mentioned this separately? After defining all these components, we have to set up a legal entity and ledger by using above all the components.
Yeah.
And that too, there is a one more thing, and 8th one. I'll tell you all these things. So these are the totally 8 configurations.
So Shiva, are you gonna also cover the secondary ledger part?
Yes, reporting ledger, yes.
Okay.
So now, first component, what is the first component?
Currency.
Currency. So tell me, what is the use of currency in the GL?
The transactions could be coming in from various currencies, from various countries. So we have to set up the currency according to that.
See, so here, there are 2 things. So one is doing the transactions manually, there is a one way, and coming to the second part, getting the data from other modules, getting the data from other companies or other branches or other whatever it is.
Right.
Okay. And if you are doing these 2 things, so without currency, can you find out the transaction?
No.
So currency is one of the best component which is used to find out about your transaction. So the transaction, it was, which type of transaction? Is it Indian type of transaction or other currency transaction? Just to track your transaction.
Right.
Okay. And in which currency it was posted, in which currency it was saved, in which currency it was reported. Okay, so to do all these things, so currency is one of the component. Without currency, you can't implement the module and you can't do the transactions also.
Okay.
So generally, so what is the use of currency? So it's totally just to display your money in the
Transactions.
system.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a logical representation of your money in the system. And that too, there are three types of currencies. See there? Functional currency or primary currency. Second one, foreign currency or reporting currency. And third one, statistical currency.
Statistical currency.
There are totally three types of currencies in the Oracle system.
Mm-hmm.
What is functional? What is primary? Or what is foreign? What about statistical? Anyone? We'll ask
Functional currency or primary currency is the currency which the headquarters use.
Oh, very good. And what about foreign?
Foreign currency is like coming from the other countries, the transactions from the other countries.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Statistical currency.
Pujita, Mayuri, anyone?
No idea.
So here, I'll give you an example. Okay, I have a company and I have two branches.
Mm-hmm.
So one was located in India and another one it was located in US. Just assume that. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And now, so both are primary companies only. I'm not I'm not dividing it as a primary or as a sub country. I mean sub company. So both are primary. So now, as per my company's information, so for the Indian company, I have to use the INR currency, and for the US company, I have to use dollars,
Yes.
US dollars.
Yeah.
So now, in this case, the Indian company currency is having INR currency. It's a primary currency of your company. And what about that US branch? It's a foreign currency to the primary.
Right.
It's a reporting to the primary.
Right.
And if you look into data from there, now INR is the reporting for the USD. From there, if you want to search from there.
So USD is a primary and INR is a foreign. If
INR is a foreign for that USD.
Seen from the right. Yeah.
That depends on how you look at the data. Okay.
And how about the statistical?
Third one, yeah. Statistical currency. It's a third type of currency in the Oracle system that will use to show the data in unit level. So there is a purpose. See, actually, first currency and second currency, functional currency or foreign currency, these two currencies, while doing the transactions in the Oracle system, so we can display the amount directly at amount level or percentage level for for the first two currencies, functional currency or foreign currency. Okay. And coming to the third one, statistical currency can be displayed the amount at percentage level in the system, or sometimes we have to do at unit level. There's a difference.
So what's the unit level like? How does that
like,
come in?
Your measurement is different. Calculation of your currency
Like
is different.
percentage we can understand, like if it's a installment order or whatever it is, we can see if how much of percent is paid and stuff like that. But what's the units?
That is also one type of, we have a separate measurement for that, Shweta.
Okay.
That will be used in rare cases only. We have a one activity, I'll show you there.
Okay.
But keep it in your mind. So statistical currency is a separate currency which will we can display it unit level apart from the percentage.
Okay.
Okay. There are three types of currencies: functional, foreign, and statistical. So now I'm going to show you practically how to enable the currency, how to implement the currency. Can I?
Yes, please.
So I'm going with the GL responsibility. So we have a navigation setup, currencies and
Define.
fine. So this is the page. I'm using SINR. Let me fill, I'll explain. So tell me, what is the symbol of our currency?
RS.
RS.
RS is the old one. What is the new one?
RU.
No. See, company,
It's a Hindi R.
R letter. Very good. Pujita, there is a symbol in the R letter.
Okay.
But actually it was not updated here. I'm going with RS only.
Okay.
And see, see, this is your customized code. Okay. Anyway, in real time also, before getting the data, so performing all these things, you have to get all the clear data from your client. This is your code.
Right.
It's about the currency, and that's your name, currency name, description about the currency, territory, symbol. And one more thing, yellow fields are mandatory if you open any form.
Right.
Remember that. So white fields are optional. And as a financial consultant, while defining the currency, while implementing the currency, you should know about the precision and extended precision. What is this? So precision, it will be used to record the data after decimal point. So how many digits you want to accept after decimal point while entering the data?
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I'm going with minimum 2 and a maximum 5 digits after decimal. So these are the 3 different values.
Oh,
And as per your client requirement, if you want to change that, you can change. See, 5 to 10 or 7 to 10, whatever it is, you can access.
Okay.
So, but minimum, that better to go with minimum 2 and maximum 5 after decimal.
Okay.
And here, minimum accountable unit. I told you, right? Accountable units. If you want to display that currency at unit level, for some transactions, you can maintain some here. You can maintain some minimum value here, but it's not a mandatory here. Leave it. We'll discuss that later.
So what is the significance of minimum accountable unit? What is that field? Like what's
minimum is it's a target amount. After that, system doesn't accept if you give minimum value here.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And drag to right side. This is the from date, and don't give the to date, and make sure that should be
enabled.
Then only can able to work with that currency. Simple. This is a simple configuration. Save it. You'll get a message. So now successfully I saved the data. Again, if I want to check the data whether it is saved or not, how to check?
So how would we know if it's how would we know if it's a primary or the secondary currency?
While defining the configuration, while defining the ledger or legal entity, we need to assign this currency to the company, to your company.
Okay.
Come on, there are a lot of configurations are there. We are in first one only. Okay. So tell me. So now I want to review that. I want to recheck whether it is saved or not. How to?
Click define.
Okay.
Define query.
Control.
How to do that? Control.
Control F11.
See, we'll do one thing. If I want to check only my currency, then better to go with only simple F11 first. F11. It will go to the query mode. Okay. And what is your code?
SINR.
SINR. Give the percentile, and again now press the control F11 to execute the query mode.
Right.
You will get the data. Otherwise, directly if you press control F11 directly without query mode, you get all the data.
All the data. Yeah.
Defaulted currencies. Now, what about your predefined INR? IJKL. Where is I? Yeah, see this? INR, it was defined already. But in the real-time system, you can't find all these things in implementation stage. You'll get a blank system.
Right.
So this is the way to get to implement the currency. And what about second component?
Calendar.
Calendar. So now tell me usage of calendar, advantage of calendar. You got the information about currency. That's okay, fine. Because without currency information, you can't record the transaction. You can't track the transaction also. Anyone. So currency is mandatory thing. Okay, fine. And what about calendar?
We have to know when the transaction is done.
Just to that is also one type of tracking also to track the transactions on particular date or particular period or particular quarter or year, whatever it is. Okay. So generally, how many types of calendars are there? Two types, physical and standard. What is physical? Not physical, it's a fiscal.
Yeah.
It starts with 1 year and ends with another year. For example, what is the Indian fiscal calendar? April to March.
Yeah.
So it was started in 2016 and it was ended in 17. Okay, and that depends on your country also. See, some clients, they want to go with September to August. Some clients, they want to go with July to June. That depends.
Okay.
And what about standard? So Jan to December. And coming to the Oracle system, if you want to implement the calendar component, okay, before implementing the calendar component, you have to define first type of the calendar. We need to give information to the system which type you are going to define. What is the type you are going to define? By using type of the calendar, we have to define that.
Okay.
Can I show? Okay, I'm going to show you that how to define the type of the calendar. So within the same responsibility, go with that setup, financials, calendars, and here I told you, right? First of all, we need to go with types. So period type, that you can give any name. I'm giving fiscal. Okay, and periods. So how many periods you want to define for the year? Generally, how many periods are there?
12.
12. But I'm going with 13.
Yeah. Okay.
And you can mention your year type.
Okay.
Okay. So this is the way to define your period type. So based on this period type, on period numbers only, we have to expand the calendar in the calendar form. So save it. And once you save it, periods and year type both will be free. You can't modify that once you save it.
So why did we give 13 instead of 12?
I'll tell you there is a meaning. I'll tell you, right? Okay. So save it. And coming to the next point here, see the notes. So define the type of the calendar. While defining the type of the calendar, so here we have to mention period numbers, count of the periods, how many periods we are going to define. That's the one type of information to the system. And based on the period numbers and period type, we have to expand the calendar. We have to define the calendar. How to define that? By using accounting. See, here I told you how many types. These are the two types generally, not in the Oracle system. But coming to the Oracle system, again there are two types of calendars: accounting calendar and transaction calendar.
Okay.
So if you go with accounting, so by using this accounting calendar, we can perform the transactions, and one more thing, we can do the reporting also. Their calendar. But if you use this transaction method, that is only possible to do the transactions, not for the reporting. Remember that.
Okay.
Better to go with always accounting.
Accounting. Yeah.
And for the secondary ledger, for the reporting ledger, you can use second transaction calendar.
Okay.
But it's not optional. It's not a good thing actually. Better to go with all the time accounting. So here I'm defining fiscal calendar. Now prefix. So tell me, prefix. What is prefix? prefix, suffix. We heard about these words, prefix and suffix.
Yes.
Something should be added before the word
Yes.
and
Prefix and suffix, yes, but I'm not able to understand why is it used here.
so now I am going with that. First of all, what is the first month of your fiscal? April, right? 2016.
Mm-hmm.
I'm using that name as a prefix. And what is the type?
Okay.
Fiscal.
Which type you
Fiscal.
defined? Fiscal type. And what is the
Fiscal.
name of the period type? Shweta, right?
Shweta fiscal.
This one. And here, remember that in this year box, it should be ending year of your calendar. It should be ending year. 2007
17.
and quarter 1, period number 1.
Okay.
From date of your period, 1st of April 2016 to, what is the due date?
30th.
30th April 2016. This is the first period.
Okay.
And see this name, system was used this name as a prefix for the name from here. And this 17, it was picked from here, last two digits of the year.
Okay.
It was named, this one, this name was, it was already generated by system only. With the combination of prefix and year.
Year. Yeah.
And next, May 16,
2016.
quarter 1, second period.
Okay.
What about the ending month? Ending date, 31st? May.
31st May. 16.
Mayuri, are you getting? 1 second.
Yes.
Yeah, fine. May and next, June. Again, first quarter and here, third period. June 2016 to 30th, right?
June. Yeah.
Next, July. So let me fill, I'll explain. Okay.
Okay, July comes into the second.
Yeah. Just manually I'm typing all the things, okay. September. th September, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm?
2017. You typed 2014.
In the year.
Oh, yeah. 31st October 2016.
Oh, okay. That's why 13 months.
Mm.
It's April, right?
Adjustment.
Mhm. So here will be end up to
Oh,
March
okay.
only, right? For that month only I'm using adjusting. And how can you mention that as adjusting? By enabling the checkbox.
Oh, okay.
Adjusting checkbox, right? Now system
Mm-hmm.
will understand that is the adjusting for the month of March
I
2017.
got it. Okay.
So this is the way to expand your calendar
Mm-hmm.
manually.
Okay.
So just it is a 1 year and it's having only 13 periods row. So easily I can type it and I can do all the things manually. But in real time, is it good thing to enter all the things manually? All the
Oh,
periods? How to do
no.
that? And that too, in real time, maybe it can be 20 years, 25 years. That depends on your client.
Yeah. So
And if it is a year, per year, if he is maintaining 12 periods, 2 into 12, 240 periods for 20 years. So in that case, simply we need to go with interfaces or conversions to dump all the data at a time from there to in this page.
Mm-hmm.
Got it?
Yeah.
Mayuri, Pooja and Shweta. So there is an interface or conversion in the technical activity. So purely which is
Mm-hmm.
used to dump the data from legacy system to into this page. We can use the
Okay.
data. I mean, we can use interfaces.
Okay.
yeah.
But here, this is the manual way to enter all the data.
Right.
Save it and so here, couple of points are there. Let me tell you. First thing. So here, how many periods?
13.
Someone is asking. Mayuri?
Yeah,
Hmm.
what if we don't have the legacy system, then you'll have to use anyways entering a manually, or we can use this data loader kinds, right?
Data loader is the best. I mean, that is a one component if you want to use the interfaces.
No, I'm saying if there is no legacy system
Hmm.
that we are
Hmm.
trying to get into a new system, then uh,
Simply, you have to write a code. Contact to technical person.
okay, okay,
By writing the code, you can get, you can get all. You can insert other data, right? Coding.
yeah,
Coding is the best part.
okay.
And coming to here, so here totally we define 13 periods, right?
Yeah.
And what about the minimum periods and what about maximum periods in the GL calendar? So how many periods we can define maximum and how many periods we can define minimum? So totally here, as for our configuration, so each month I am taking as a 1 period. Each 1 month I am taking as a period here.
Yeah.
So this is month-wise calendar.
Okay.
And if you want to take each day as a 1 period, so in that case, my clients, wants to like that. He wants to define like that. He wants device calendar. Then what is the from date and what is the to date if it is a device calendar? See here I mentioned 1st to 30th. This is the end of the date for that month especially. And what about device?
You might have to add the timestamp.
Mm-hmm. Just tell me about the to date, that's it.
Same date.
Are you sure?
1 to 2 and the
1 to
total.
2 is nothing but, so in that same period, you are covering 2 days, 1 or 2, from date and to date. So, whose
1
is
to
correct?
1.
1 to 1. From date is 1st of April and to date is also
First of
1st of April. 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th,
First.
you have to mention daily like that. That's the device calendar. And up to, you can go with 366. That's the maximum limit of your GL.
Wow.
okay.
366.
And minimum?
1.
Done.
Oh,
Minimum only
okay.
1.
Oh, okay.
So tell me if it is a minimum, how to maintain all the 1 year into 1 period? So tell me.
Like
1 year
So
into 1.
maximum, yeah, you, huh,
2016
tell
to
me.
17.
First 1st Jan to 31st December.
Exactly. So 1st Jan to 31st December. So here 1st April to 31st March.
Much.
Yeah.
So anyway, so these are the things.
So what is the significance of adjustment period, Shiva?
Yeah, good point. Yes, I forgot to tell you. So adjusting, what is the use of adjusting? See, in the Oracle system, okay, every previous period has to be closed for the current period. See, right now we are in month of September, right? So August period that is
Right.
in closure mode, that should be in closure mode. And
Right.
before that in June, July, all the periods, okay?
Right.
And if you close the period permanently, you can't reopen the period, you can't roll back.
Yeah.
So in that case, just assume that you missed some transactions. You missed out on some transactions, but it was closed.
Right.
How to record that?
That would come into the adjustments.
Adjusting. You can do the adjusting for the month of that period, particular period.
So that
We can do
would
all the things in adjusting.
happen in the year end, right? So that's why
Or
we
maybe
just added.
quarterly level also, it can be happen. Quarter level
Okay.
also. Period
Oh.
level also it can be happen.
Oh, okay.
So as per our configuration, totally I mentioned only 1 year. I mean, I mentioned just only one period for the month of 2017 only, March 2017.
Mm-hmm.
But in real time, you can maintain each adjusting for each period. That means you can maintain one adjust for one period. 12 into 2, 24 periods. For the from April to March, you can maintain separate adjustings for every month.
Okay.
April adjusting, May adjusting, June adjusting.
Yeah.
Depend like that. But actually, it's not a suggestible configuration.
Right.
This is the best one. You can explain to your client.
But in GL, you can open the period when it is closed, right? Only in fixed assets you cannot open a period.
No. Even though in the GL also, if it is permanently closed, you can't roll back. There are two things in the GL: closing and permanent closing.
Permanent close, yeah. So you're
See,
talking
if you close
about
permanently, you can't reopen. But if you close manually, I mean normally, you can reopen. There is an option. Got it? What I am saying? There are two options, Mayuri: closing and permanently closing.
Yeah, that I understood. Yeah. So this option will come only at the time of permanent closing, not the
Permanent closing. Yes.
normal closing.
But
Not
even if it's if there's if a period is closed, then it's not
Recommend.
right to open it.
Yes.
Could become the audit issue.
So anyway,
But
so these are the. Come again?
But then it depends, right?
So purely that depends on situation, Shweta and Mayuri. That depends on situation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, I'll show you, while opening the periods, those options. Don't worry.
Okay.
So here, I'm saving the data. So this is your calendar. And try to close the period. I mean, close the form. Not okay. See, it's saying something. So do you want to validate the currently displayed calendar or all your calendars? So validating is one of the best part in the GL. Purely, it will check all the data in the calendar. So whether that period is correct or not, period name is correct or not, period numbers are correct or not.
Okay.
It will check everything. It will validate finally. So better to go with current calendar because one is enough for me. I don't want to go with all the calendars. Say current, and you will get a request ID. So clear request ID, and make sure that should be in clear mode, completed mode.
So I didn't understand this part, Shiva. Like validate one calendar instead of all. What does that mean?
See,
what is it validating?
See, I selected current. Let me 1 second. What is the name? Shweta, right?
Shweta, yeah.
See, close that. See, what it's saying, do you want to validate the currently displayed calendar or all your calendars? See, so, sorry, like currency, so you can have all the, dummy data in the system. If you select all, it will validate all the calendars, whatever you have in the system.
Oh, okay, got it. So we just want to validate just ours, whatever we
Only my
created.
calendar. I want to go with my
Right.
only my calendar.
Got it.
Better to go with current.
Okay. Right.
I think you validated 2 times.
Mm-hmm.
So how to check the request IDs? If you submit anything?
View.
Pujita, do you know this?
Yeah,
Go
yeah.
to view, request, and
Find.
this is the button, if you want to submit manually the request.
Yeah.
And this is the button to find out all the submitted requests.
Submitted request.
These are the 2 things. These are the 2 programs. What is the program name? Other calendar validation report. This is the program name.
Mm-hmm.
So that is in completed mode. And by mistake, if you got any error or warning, then what you have to do?
You'll
Have
have
to
to
check the setup.
So you have to check the configuration by pressing F11, and you have to query the data. And one more thing, before assigning the calendar, before assigning the component to the ledger, whatever you want to do, the modifications you can do at the calendar level. But once you assign the attach the calendar to the ledger, even though if you modify it, it was won't impact the calendar.
Oh, then what if something is wrong and we might have to update it?
That's what in real time, before implementing all the components and before, especially before defining the ledger and before attaching all these components to the ledger, you have to do very carefully. You have to go very carefully, and that too with the documents, with approved documents.
If at all after going through all those things and human error happened and we have to update, then what, we need to indate it or
See,
create
there
a
are
new
2
one?
things in that case. Manually, I mean, for by using this functional way, I mean, from the front end, it's not possible.
Oh, okay.
By using technical way, you can do that, but it's a, I mean, it's a you have to get the approval from your authority.
Got it. Okay, so from the back end. All right.
From the back, we can do that.
Okay.
But it's not a suggestible thing.
Right.
Of course, definitely there is a way to do any mistake also.
Yeah.
So this is about calendar. This is the way to implement the
Fiscal calendar. So standard also, is it the same?
So one is enough. One calendar is enough to set up a ledger. Okay. So that's it for today. Okay, I'm winding up the session for today.
All right.
And all of you, seriously, I'm saying if I say 1 hour session, see, technical part is different, functional part is different. Purely, I'm saying you have to sit for 2 to 3 hours to do the practice. Practice makes you very perfect.
Okay.
Practice. Mayuri, Pujita, Shweta, both of you.
Okay.
Okay. And coming to the second point, in the regular sessions, definitely I'll ask you the questions. So try to answer the questions. Okay.
Okay.
And about this recorded session, Pujita.
One second. I'll show you the part. Pujita, can you share your screen?
Yes.
So go with the C drive.
What is it?
C drive. Open the C drive. C drive.
Okay.
Okay. What is your username? Go to the users. My documents. Oh. Calm down. See there. Okay. There is a date, right? Behind the cursor. No, there only. Yeah. Oracle apps. So, okay. See, listen. Don't open that. Okay, after closing this meeting, okay, it will ask to convert the data.
Okay.
Okay, it will convert your file into your supported media player. Okay.
Okay.
Just to say convert after ending of that meeting. Okay.
Okay.
Then finally share you all of you, meeting. I mean mail IDs. Just forward them.
Okay.
Okay. Shweta and Mayuri, share your mail IDs.
Yeah. Mayuri, go ahead. Mayuri.
I did.
I think she pinged me once again. I'll forward one second.
Let me also ping you, Shiva, that would be easy.
Yeah.
I'm pinging in this group chat.
But yeah, we can do chat in the GoToMeeting also. Pooja, that is Mayuri mail ID, mayuri.komishetty. Okay.
Okay.
And Shweta, ping me.
Yeah.
And one more thing, we'll do one thing. So we create, one WhatsApp group for all of you. Just add me. You can do, right? Can you come about the sessions and we can do something, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
That's
that
better.
would be. Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, all of you have my contact number, right?
Yes.
Okay. Create one WhatsApp group.
Mayuri, can you create, please?
Sure.
All of you, is it okay, right?
Yeah, it's okay with me.
Sure, can you ping me your number, please?
Yeah.
And even Pujita too.
Shweta, that is my number. And 1 second. I think Mayuri, ఉంది కదా నా నెంబర్ ఉంది కదా మీ దగ్గర
పోయింది.
నేను క్రియేట్ చేస్తున్నా.
Okay.
Mayuri, I've shared my number. I hope you got it.
1 second.
In the chats.
అండ్ వన్ మోర్ థింగ్ అండి, షూర్గా మీరు 7 o'clock షార్ప్గా ఉండండి అందరూ కూడా. ఓకే.
Okay.
Yep.
Make sure at 7 o'clock. Don't be late. Pujita, can you stop the recording?
Okay.